Isaac Updike after a 8:13.6 here at the Sun Running Sunset Tour, Occidental College, Jack Kemp Stadium. Just, what reassurances or what validations from the way that race unfolded, kind of just because you've been so consistent this outdoor season, like you're just continuing to build toward USA's, because I think there's something really big in store for you in Oregon.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah. No. I mean, it's just about, like you said, consistency, right? Like I kind of had a pretty up and down winter in early spring where I pulled the plug early on a couple races, but kind of just tried to listen to my body and do what I need to do and not push anything, knowing how late USA's was, and it came out a couple weeks ago and opened up with an 8:13, and this race was kind of different than that, where I was trying to go a little faster, but ran the same time, just a different way. So I guess that's a little validation that I can run that, because runners tend to have a mindset of like, oh, what if that was a one-off, right? And you're like, like you got to do it at least twice to know that you're actually capable of doing it, which is a weird thought process, but yeah.
Which way, if you said the races were run two different ways, which way, I guess, would you kind of prefer?
2 weeks ago, for sure. Yeah, I mean, feeling smooth through 2,400 or 2,200 and then kicking and running away from everyone is always going to feel better than front running and feeling like you're getting chased, right? You don't ever want to be getting chased.
I asked Yassine the same thing. Like, you can't hand pick your competition, but to be able to have a guy of his caliber, of Joffrey Crow's caliber, I mean, like, so it wasn't like you just running a time trial and and running away from everyone. Like, was early on in the race, when maybe it was a little bit more crowded, like waiting to see if someone else was gonna surge or be a little bit more ambitious. Like, was that good to be around, knowing what's on the horizon?
Yeah, I mean, Jasiri's an 8:06 guy, so like he's fifth, and then I'm forgetting his name. He's a Joffrey, right?
Yeah.
Like he's running 8:13, I think. So like they both have just as good, if not better, accolades than me. So I kind of expect them to be either on my shoulder or actually in front of me, and we kind of duke it out once the pace stepped off. But I could, you can judge where they're at based on like the noise in the water pit. So I could tell that they were kind of not with me, just off me, and it's like, all right, I guess I'm by myself and have to try and hold on.
So like the longer you go without hearing a splash.
Yep. Yeah, it's like you throw a rock off a cliff and you count, right? So it's like I can go through the water and then listen, 1, 2, splash. So like, all right, they're 2 seconds back.
The USA scene this year, I know we saw the whole team run in Monaco yesterday.
I was bummed they didn't want me in there. That's okay.
It feels like between you and then the three of them, like it feels like you guys are all on a pretty level playing field fitness-wise so far this season. Like you guys have all run like 8:10 to 8:14.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a matter of just who has it best in Eugene. Yep. Like what kind of race are you expecting maybe tactically, or like what are you kind of looking for at USA?
I bet it'll be pretty chill through a mile, and then probably the last 1,200, definitely the last K. Someone's going to get impatient and kick. Or press, right? Like you got to have, if we're all 8:13 guys, you kind of have to have a move at some point to get rid of the 8:20 people. Otherwise you risk, like at the Olympics, you risk someone tripping and falling or stuttering and like you being in the top 3 spot, but because you let it stay 70s, then you could get tripped up and fall. So you have to be just fast enough to clear the field.